At the USCCB General Assembly, Bishop Barron discussed his research on millennials and their church attendance. So this is my reaction video to that. Now the statistics are kind of disappointing but not surprising to me. It's my generation and maybe I can provide a little bit of useful insight. So Bishop Barron mentions the dumbing down of the faith, and I agree with that. So if you're going to tell my generation that all you need to do to get to heaven is say you believe in Jesus, this is kind of like a lot of mainstream Protestantism, then they don't care. Like, they'll say, all right, well, I believe in Jesus, and who's anyone else to tell me what to believe? Because if you look, there's like hundreds, thousands, 10,000 different Protestant churches. Many of them have different conflicting theology. In the Catholic Church, what's to say that they're right if they're going to be saying things like that where, all you need to know is that you came from God and then when you die you go back to God? Well, maybe not, because there is the concerning element of hell, which makes Bishop Barron's statement rather ironic, because he subscribes to the von Balthasar idea that there is a reasonable hope that all men are saved, meaning no one goes to hell. Quite frankly, Bishop Barron's statements on hell contradict the Bible, and they contradict the message of Our Lady of Fatima. This is extremely problematic, because if no one goes to hell, then why would I decide to go to the Catholic Church? It's not easy being Catholic. There are a lot of restrictions, and a lot of things are categorized as mortal sins. I mean, it would be nice to sleep in on Sunday mornings. If everyone goes to heaven, then why not just sleep in on Sunday mornings and not go to Mass? In a class, if you've already guaranteed an A, then you're not going to do the bonus assignment. That's just how it works. So you can see where this is problematic. If you're saying, well, you're not going to go to hell, but come to our church anyway because we want your money. How does that benefit millennials? The music's bad. Often the churches are modern art churches that aren't inspiring at all. And the priest's homily, like Bishop Barron said, dumbs things down in a lot of cases. So millennials don't see any value in that. Which leads me to the next point, which the USCCB posted a tweet that said, basically, if you're a young Catholic, why did you stay in the Catholic Church? And they received a lot of responses. Mostly a lot of people were saying the traditional Latin Mass. I mean, maybe at the end of this video, I will post some of the tweets. Millennials, they see value in the traditional Catholic faith, and we look at it as if the Latin Mass existed from the time we were born until now, I don't think as many millennials would have left the Catholic faith, because that's what we have, that's what we need. And the belief in the real presence in the Eucharist is extremely important. And the traditional Latin Mass highlights that. Now, there were some comments that said the reason that people stayed was because of the real presence in the Eucharist. And that's really the correct answer. For me, it's the Gospel of John, chapter 6. I think a lot of traditionalists are highlighting, like, look, we like the traditional Latin Mass, and the younger generation is becoming increasingly traditional. And if the bishops are smart, they would listen to these younger Catholics. Just today I talked to a seminarian. He's a diocesan seminarian. He goes to a diocesan seminary, so not affiliated with any of the FSSP. And he told me that 98% of the seminarians that he knows are traditional. They appreciate the traditional elements of the Catholic faith. That's extremely encouraging for us, and it just shows that we're going to move forward with the traditional Catholic faith. We're going to restore our church to what it once was. I think it's going to create a whole new movement. It's going to inspire a lot of other people. That's what makes our Catholic faith unique. We don't need to conform to society's expectations. We need to go back to what we had. So I hope that Bishop Barron's going to bring in some traditional-oriented people to help with his research. And I hope that he will actually talk to a number of millennials, because they're the ones who are going to tell them the truth. We'll see if the USCCB is receptive to this feedback. What I do know is that traditional Catholicism is making a strong comeback, and we're the laity and we will not be silent. Yeah, that was my reaction to Bishop Barron's speech. Now I'm going to post some of the tweets in case you're not on Twitter and haven't seen them.